I'm Michael Pitman from Christchurch, New Zealand. I'm a 64-year-old horse trainer, and I've brought ENZO'S lad over to compete at Royal Ascot in the Kingston Stakes. It's 12 months ago, almost to the day that we raced, that I was diagnosed with bowel cancer. On October the 8th, I had a 7 3/4 hour operation, have the cancer 14 inches out of my bowel removed. Had 26 days of chemo and radiation, but I flew through. I lost a bit of hair, but you know, that's nothing. I'm not that vain. I went home. The reason why I went home between coming here and that was to have another operation. Unfortunately, an hour into the operation, they called it off and they told me that I had a polyp they found in my bowel again, which they weren't sure whether it was cancerous or not, 50-50 chance. And on the way over, we stopped at LA and I got the email I was long looking for that it's not cancerous, it's benign, and I can just carry on with my life and I'll go back and have another operation. No one wants to be told they're dying, and least of all me. I love life, you know. I try to live it to the fullest as I can with my family around me, and I'll tell you what, my wife and I, we were just so thrilled to get that email. It didn't matter. It was a very special thing for us, to be clear, yeah, for both of us. I'm a fighter. I'm never going to give up. I mean, I've got a job to do. I've got to train another 160 or 70 winners. I want to train 2,000 winners. The day I train 2,000 winners, that very next day I'll be retiring and hand it over to my son, Matthew. Yeah, Newmarket, it's incredible, all right. It's a great place, yeah. There's no pressure here, and the horses are working all over the place. There's 2,000 acres. You have plenty of places to gallop, plenty of places to pace work, and the town's in the middle and horse training's all around it. It's absolutely horse heaven for me. This is just so different to home. I mean, I'm not saying here is any better or any worse than home, but they are completely poles apart as to the style of training horses. To come over here and partake in the best carnival there is in the world for 5 days, it's something that I never ever thought for 1 minute that I'd be here with a horse.
It's got to be on your bucket list. You've got to come over here, take on the atmosphere and enjoy a day's racing of really, really good thoroughbreds going around Ascot.
I've watched Ascot for 20 odd years. I mean, I'm an absolute purist. I just love the game.
You get to see the Queen, you get to see stunning thoroughbreds, future stallions. Anyone who loves racing should, you know, make a trip to Ascot.
He's the ideal horse for us to have travelling here. Nothing phases him, he just eats, sleeps and drinks. I guess he's like his trainer.
Enzo's been here a month and he ran in Hong Kong and then he came up here and we've been looking after him while Michael's been back in New Zealand having an operation, and we're really pleased with how he's adjusted into Newmarket weather and change of feed, and he's thriving.
He's starting to fly. ENZO'S land's got it. ENZO'S land and Sam Weatherly. ENZO'S land and Southerners do it again. ENZO'S land's coming after Ferrando and down the line. What? Couldn't tell you.
In New Zealand, because he's now won the 2 big races, he's weighted out of New Zealand racing. Weight stops trains if you put enough on them, and it's the same with my horse. He's got a very limited future back in New Zealand. I watch racing all the time from Ascot, and I hear, you know, the trainers over here and they say, oh, the track's too hard. Well, I tell you what, I hope they're all complaining this year because I want the track to be like concrete.
I've read about him as a trainer, as you do, because you follow Southern Hemisphere racing, and he's been very successful in New Zealand, and he's travelled halfway around the world, so I think that tells you how much he wants to get to Ascot. And let's hope Enzo gives him that thrill, and the horse is in good order, and I just hope he runs, you know, an all-time career best for him.
I'm like a kid in the lolly shop, to be honest with you. It's the most exciting time of my life, you know. Won a lot of races, trained over 1,800 winners back in New Zealand, which puts us 3rd time, but that means nothing. I mean, racing is 1 day at a time, and I can't wait till the 18th, to be honest with you. I'm really looking forward to it. Being positive does help your health and well-being, and I've approached it with a very positive, very outgoing outlook about it. I've done a couple of articles at home to raise money for cancer, and I have remained very, very positive and very open about it. There's no point in me hiding. I've got cancer. It's, you know, it's a disease. I have been open about it, and I think that's helped, and I think that's helped other people understand what I'm going through. Mate, I'm the proudest person in the world. I honestly am, you know. I got people at home that say about, you know, whether my horse is good enough. Honestly, I couldn't give a hoot what they think. I'm here and I'm enjoying it. My owners are just absolutely loving it. They've been to Hong Kong, they're now coming here. They're very basic working people. Most of the people have only got a 10% share in it. A couple of guys have got 5%, and you know, they come into Royal Ascot, for goodness sake. It's the pinnacle of the world racing. Why wouldn't they be enjoying it? No, I am.